Hey guys, I'm going to be working on a new project, so I figured I'd just kind of capture it in video so that you guys kind of get a sense of how I work sometimes. By the way, here's these are some of the stencils and paints that I used for the last few projects. If you watched any of my videos, I used these old stencils. You see how they're kind of beat up and some parts are missing. That's what made the paintings a bit better, I think. But anyway, yeah, so I'm in the back area here, which is like my studio. And today, this is a little bit something a little bit different than I usually do. So what I did here was, this was a canvas print. And it wasn't the highest quality canvas print. It was kind of thin. I don't know if you can see the edge. Yeah, it's like maybe half an inch or something. And the print was fine, but I figured I could do something better with it. So what I have here so far is, this is called extra heavy modeling paste. And I mixed it with this acrylic matte varnish. And so I just globbed it on there with this old brush. And just building up some textures here. What I'm going to do now is just let it dry. And so it's a combination of paste, which will give this surface some dimension and texture. And the matte varnish is just, it's not glossy, but it'll just blend nicely with the paste and kind of make hopefully a decent finish. And since it's matte, it should allow other paints to adhere to it. Generally, it's not a great idea to go glossy on glossy because it'll crack or it won't really stick nicely. So if you're going to do something like this, I would try the matte finish, or a matte paste or matte varnish rather than something glossy at this stage. But anyway, I'll keep you up to date. This is just the beginning. Okay, so here I am. What I decided to do was, before the paste and matte varnish completely dry, I decided to pick up some of my old stencils that were kind of glued to the floor. Just as a bit of advice, if you paint your stencils and you kind of throw them on the floor just because you're in a hurry, they will end up sticking to the floor like glue, which is pretty obvious, but just thought I'd let you know about that. But anyway, I was able to peel some of them off the floor, and now I am sticking them to the wet modeling paste that's mixed with matte varnish, and this is what it looks like so far. Okay, so here we are. It's getting there. I embedded the old stencils a little bit more. You can see I cut up some small pieces just to fill in. It's looking pretty good. I'm getting there. There's a little bit of black splatters on there. I just used some of the, let's see if I have it here. Yeah, like this acrylic fluid paint, which is nice. And just kind of splatter it. Almost you get like an empty bottle and just spray it on. So you get some of these little almost spray drips, splatters. But you can see there's some nice details coming out here. I've added a little bit of red and yellow just to add some interest. But I kind of like the black, the white, there's some silvers, there's some grays, and a little bit of the copper, which is kind of like a rust. So overall, this piece is coming along nicely. Trying to zoom at a higher level so you guys can see it. Looking pretty good. I'm gonna let this dry overnight, and I'm gonna come back and look at it tomorrow. And if we need a little more touch up, we'll do it. I'm probably gonna apply some kind of varnish over the whole thing just to kind of protect it, since some of the surfaces are uneven. But yeah, I think it's getting there. It's looking pretty good.